Ever feel like your to-do list is an endless mountain? Like focus is a fleeting myth, and distractions are your constant companions. What if a simple kitchen timer and a 25-minute sprint could unlock a level of productivity you thought was impossible? Prepare to have your work habits transformed. Hey everyone, Harper here. Today, we're diving deep into a time management marvel, the Pomodoro Technique. Imagine it's the late 1980s. A university student named Francesco Cirillo is struggling with distractions and fluctuating focus. Sound familiar? He desperately needed a way to concentrate on his studies, to truly apply himself to the task at hand. His solution wasn't a complex app or an expensive guru, but something far more humble, a tomato-shaped kitchen timer. Pomodoro is Italian for tomato, and from that simple, tangible object, one of the most enduring and effective productivity methods was born. The core idea is deceptively simple. Work intensely for 25 minutes, then take a short 5-minute break. This cycle repeats, and after 4 Pomodoros, you take a longer 15-30-minute break. But why does this seemingly basic structure work so well, even decades later, in our hyperconnected, distraction-filled world? What's the hidden psychology, the subtle brain hack that makes these humble 25-minute bursts so powerful? It's more than just setting a timer. It's about conditioning your mind, retraining your focus, and reclaiming control over your most precious resource, your attention. This isn't just a quirky time management trick. It's a profound understanding of how our brains actually function. We often think we need to power through for hours on end, pushing ourselves to the brink. But Cirillo's simple timer revealed a far more effective rhythm. It taps into our natural attention spans, recognizing that sustained, intense focus is difficult to maintain for extended periods. Instead, it advocates for strategic, brief bursts, followed by equally strategic, brief recovery periods. This method reduces mental fatigue, preventing burnout and keeping your brain fresh and ready for the next task. In a world constantly vying for our attention, the Pomodoro Technique provides a tangible, actionable framework to create boundaries, eliminate distractions, and cultivate a deeper, more meaningful engagement with your work. We're going to break down the science, the practical applications, and how you can harness this tomato timer magic to conquer your own productivity challenges, whatever they may be. From students cramming for exams to remote workers battling endless digital distractions, the Pomodoro Technique offers a tangible, actionable pathway to sustained focus and deep work. It's about creating a predictable rhythm, a sacred space for concentrated effort, and then intentionally stepping away to recharge, ensuring that when you return, you're hitting the ground running rather than dragging your feet. At its heart, the Pomodoro Technique leverages several powerful psychological principles. First, there's the Zeigarnik Effect. This psychological phenomenon suggests that we remember uncompleted tasks better than completed ones. When you start a Pomodoro, your brain registers an open loop. This creates a mild tension that actually prompts you to return to the task after your break. It's like your brain is saying, "Hey, we're not done yet." This mental nudge helps maintain momentum and reduces the likelihood of abandoning a task altogether. Secondly, the fixed 25-minute timer creates a sense of urgency. Knowing you only have a limited, defined window to work on a task can sharpen your focus and reduce procrastination. It's less daunting to commit to 25 minutes than to an undefined hours of work. This short, intense burst of activity activates your brain's fight or flight response, but in a controlled, productive way, making you hyper-aware and efficient within that time frame. Moreover, the mandatory 5-minute breaks are crucial. These aren't just for resting, they're for active mental recovery. Brief breaks allow your brain to process information, consolidate learning, and prevent decision fatigue. Think of it like interval training for your brain, short bursts of intense effort followed by active recovery. This cycle helps maintain peak cognitive function throughout your workday, preventing the mental burnout that often comes from prolonged, uninterrupted focus. It's the neurological equivalent of stepping back from a canvas to gain perspective before diving back in. Our brains aren't designed for endless, unwavering concentration. They thrive on rhythm and variation. The Pomodoro provides exactly that, a structured approach to leveraging our natural cognitive ebb and flow, turning what often feels like a battle against our own minds into a synergistic partnership. It's about optimizing your mental energy, not just managing your time. Procrastination is the silent killer of productivity, a master of disguise that often tricks us into believing we're too busy or not in the mood. But the Pomodoro Technique directly confronts this insidious habit head-on. How? By lowering the barrier to entry. When a task feels overwhelming, our natural inclination is to avoid it. Committing to an hour or two of intense work can feel like scaling Mount Everest. However, committing to just 25 minutes, that's far more manageable. This small, achievable step is often all it takes to break the cycle of avoidance and get started. Once you initiate that first Pomodoro, the Zeigarnik Effect kicks in, gently pulling you forward. You've broken the initial inertia, which is often the hardest part. Furthermore, the Pomodoro forces you to confront your distractions. During your 25-minute sprint, the rule is simple: absolutely no distractions. This means silencing notifications, closing unnecessary tabs, and mentally committing to the task. If an important thought or task pops up, you jot it down quickly on a notepad, a distraction inventory, and deal with it after the Pomodoro. This externalizes the distraction, acknowledging it without letting it derail your current focus. It's a way of telling your brain, not now, later. This consistent practice of setting boundaries with distractions strengthens your mental discipline over time, making it easier to maintain focus, even when not using the technique. It's like building a mental muscle, one 25-minute rep at a time. The technique essentially provides a structured framework for overcoming inertia, managing interruptions, and building the habit of sustained concentration, transforming daunting tasks into a series of approachable sprints. Beyond just beating procrastination, the Pomodoro Technique is a powerful gateway to achieving a state often referred to as flow. This is that coveted state of deep immersion, where you're so focused on a task that you lose all sense of time and external surroundings. The 25-minute work blocks, free from interruption, train your brain to enter this state more readily. By consistently dedicating uninterrupted blocks of time to a single task, you're essentially teaching your brain to switch on deep focus more efficiently. The repetitive nature of the Pomodoro cycle, focus, break, focus, break, helps to build new neural pathways for concentration. Your brain begins to associate the start of a Pomodoro with a signal to minimize distractions and maximize mental output. Over time, you'll find it easier to drop into that zone of deep work almost on command. The short breaks also play a critical role here. While you're resting, your subconscious mind continues to process information, often leading to sudden insights or creative breakthroughs when you return to your task. It's a bit like giving your brain a chance to defrag, optimizing its processing power for the next intensive burst. This rhythmic alternation between intense focus and deliberate rest isn't just about getting more done. It's about getting better work done. It's about cultivating a higher quality of attention, transforming superficial engagement into profound immersion. This isn't just about productivity, it's about intellectual mastery. When you enter a flow state, your output isn't just faster. It's often more creative, more insightful, and of a significantly higher caliber, making the Pomodoro not just a tool for efficiency, but a pathway to excellence. While the classic 25 5-minute split is the foundation, the beauty of the Pomodoro Technique lies in its adaptability. It's not a rigid dogma, but a flexible framework that can be tailored to fit various tasks and individual preferences. For tasks that require incredibly deep concentration, or for those times when you feel particularly in the zone, you might experiment with slightly longer work blocks, perhaps 45 or even 50 minutes, followed by a longer 10 or 15-minute break. Conversely, if you're tackling highly mentally demanding work, or if your energy levels are lower, shorter 15 or 20-minute Pomodoros with proportional breaks might be more effective. The key is to listen to your body and mind, experimenting to find the rhythm that optimizes your personal productivity and mental well-being. Furthermore, the Pomodoro isn't just for solo work. It can be incredibly effective in team settings, too. Imagine a team working on a collaborative project, all committing to a synchronized Pomodoro. This creates a shared period of focused work, followed by a collective break, where quick discussions or clarifications can happen without disrupting deep work. It fosters a sense of collective momentum and reduces the constant pings and interruptions that plague modern team environments. The core principle remains: dedicated focus, followed by intentional rest. Whether you're a student, a freelancer, a corporate employee, or even just trying to manage household chores, adapting the Pomodoro to your unique context can unlock astonishing levels of efficiency and mental clarity. It's a testament to its genius that a simple timer can offer such versatile and profound benefits across such a diverse spectrum of human activity. Like any powerful tool, the Pomodoro Technique can be misused or abandoned if common pitfalls aren't addressed. One major mistake is skipping the breaks. It might feel counterintuitive, but those 5-minute pauses are absolutely non-negotiable. They're not a luxury. They're an integral part of the cycle, allowing your brain to rest and consolidate. Without them, you risk burnout and diminishing returns. Another pitfall is allowing distractions during the 25-minute sprint. Remember, this is a sacred period of uninterrupted focus. Resist the urge to check your phone, glance at social media, or answer non-urgent emails. If you get interrupted, it's often best to reset the Pomodoro and start fresh, especially if the interruption was significant. This reinforces the importance of protection for your focus block. To truly optimize your Pomodoro sessions, begin by clearly defining the task for each 25-minute block. Don't just say work on report. Instead, specify draft introduction of report or research data for section 2. This clarity helps your brain focus and provides a clear objective. Also, use your breaks wisely. Don't immediately jump onto another screen. Instead, stand up, stretch, grab a glass of water, or simply close your eyes for a moment. Give your mind a true break from cognitive load. Lastly, review your progress. After your longer break, take a moment to assess what you achieved. This positive reinforcement motivates you and helps you refine your estimates for future tasks. The Pomodoro isn't just a timer, it's a mindful approach to work, a constant feedback loop that empowers you to master your attention and elevate your output. So, what are you waiting for? Grab a timer, set your intentions, and unleash the power of the Pomodoro Technique. Let us know in the comments below if you've tried it or what your favorite productivity hack is. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more insights into optimizing your life.